So on one of the previous episodes of the show, I talked about having to build a bow press while I was on a hunt because I had a bow malfunction. And then on the last episode of the podcast we did, I tried to explain it, didn't do a very good job, so I figured I'd show you a more detailed video here today. So what you need is your bow, ratchet strap, utility rope or paracord. Everybody should have this in their backpack. So what you want to do is you want to cut two pieces at roughly 2 feet long. I'm going to burn mine with the best lighter there is. Everybody should have one of these in their backpack. No flame, rechargeable, windproof, money. I'll do a video explaining all that, so like and subscribe to me, please. So what you want to do, now that we have our 2-foot section of rope, is we want to tie a little loop into the end of it. So it's going to look basically just like that. Then we're going to feed it through the limbs around the axle, like so. So now we have this rope around the axle, it's tight. Then we are going to loop it around the other side and tie a bowline. Now for those of you who don't know how to tie a bowline, I really suggest you learn, because it is probably the best knot in the world, and in this case you have to use a bowline, and I'll show you why at the end of the video. So I tied a bowline into the other side. You can see there, you can see that paracord or utility rope is tied to each axle and wrapped over top of the cam. It's got a good inch and a half of clearance from the cam, which is important. You don't want it tight to that cam. Now I've already done the other side to save a bit of time. As you can see, it's already tied in. So now we take our ratchet strap, slide it through one of the loops, like so. I'm just going to tighten this and then I'll show you guys. So we have, you see that ratchet strap, and it's tied around, it's looped through the other loop like that. Now when you're doing this, you want to make sure to, number one, keep your fingers out of there. Number two, make sure the hooks and the strap itself isn't getting caught around any of your limb splitters. It's not caught in your D-loop, your string stop, your cable mount, your cable guard, anything. You want it to be nice and clear. And then you're just going to slowly click it. Each time you click, it's a good idea to just assess what's going on, making sure there's nothing caught in the strap at all. And then you're just going to slowly ratchet it like that. Voila, we are now able to remove our cables and our string. Like I said, I don't recommend doing this unless you really have to. The hunt I was on, I didn't have a backup bow. Not everybody could afford a backup bow. So, you know, this is one of those things that is just, if you need to, it's good to use in a pinch. So I'm gonna take this off. Now when you do take this off, make sure you go slow. It does kick a little bit, obviously, because the nature of the ratchet strap. So you need to make sure your cables are in the valley where they need to be. Same with your string. Okay, so now everything is good to go. Now I'm going to show you why that bowline is important, because with a bowline knot, no matter how tight you pull that knot, you can always undo it. So as you can see, I was able to undo the one end. Now you can easily, helps if I can see it, you can easily get access to the loop and pull the string off. Do the same to the other side, and you are good to go. So again, I don't recommend doing this unless you absolutely need it. Okay guys, right on.